Sister demanded I cancel my beach proposal, because her ex cheated on her at the same beach, and when I refused and proposed anyway, she told me my engagement would not last, but I got married in the end. So I, 26F, am planning to propose to my boyfriend, 27M. We've been dating for 4 years now and he's the most important person in my life. We've discussed marriage, he was very eager to propose and has been saving money for some time I think. He's an artist and doesn't make quite as much, but he's way too proud to let me pitch in. Well, around last month, his mom had a surgery. I won't go into details, but it costed his parents quite a lot. She doesn't have insurance at Qley. He transferred them money from his own savings as well, but didn't tell me that. I even offered to help. That day I found him crying in our room. He told me all this and kept on apologizing that the money he was saving for the ring had to go into helping his mom, and now he can't propose on our anniversary as he was planning to. It was so heartbreaking for me to see him like this. TBH. I don't give a damn about that ring. I want to marry this guy, and I'd have done that in a courthouse if he'd agree. I told him all of that. But for him things like these are important. I actually kind of yelled at him as well for worrying about the wrong reason, lol. He told me to give him some time as he wants to get me the best he can. Well, I've decided to propose on our anniversary. I'm doing it on a beach we used to visit a lot as kids, back in our hometown. I'm picking up the ring next week. Here comes my sister, 28F. She's had multiple failed relationships and still lives with our parents. She saw me looking at a ring photo when she was visiting me this Christmas, so I told her I was planning to propose at the beach. She went silent for a minute and asked me if I was kidding her. Apparently she caught her boyfriend of 2 years with someone else on that same beach and hates that place now. I wasn't aware of this. This breakup was in September, and back then she told me he was cheating and left her. She now wants me to cancel this whole thing and do it somewhere else. I admit, when her relationship ended, she took it pretty hardly. We all liked him and my sister was convinced he was the one, so the breakup was really bad for her. Yes, it sucks what happened to her, but I don't know why should that affect my plans? Me and my BF visit the place every time we're there and it holds some importance to both of us. She's now calling me selfish and how I only want to hurt her by reminding her of that trauma. She then proceeds to talk about my boyfriend and how he can't propose and should be ashamed. I shut that down quickly and told her to drop that topic. The rest of the day she was moody, and when she left, she was crying and called me heartless. She's now texting me and saying me getting engaged isn't important enough and I need to change the destination. I need advice on how to deal with her? Am I really in the wrong here? All I know is I'm not changing the location whether I'm wrong or not. I'm kind of guilty, but that's just because we've been close since we were kids and I don't really want to hurt her. Should I comfort her or something, or is she being unreasonable? Also, she lives with our parents and we're close to, so cutting her off isn't an option. Comments where Op has replied. Comment 1. Yeah, it sucks for her. Good thing your engagement isn't about her. What's next? You can't get a dog because she was once bitten by one? You can't swim because she almost once drowned? Like you've said in a comment that she's acted entitled in the past as well, this isn't your problem. She needs to deal with her feelings about this. As long as she's not causing problems like telling your boyfriend, you don't have to worry about this. Make sure she doesn't know anymore that she already does. I hope your proposal goes well. Your boyfriend is really lucky. Oop, what's next? You can't get a dog because she was once bitten by one? Funny story, she actually did demand that when our parents were planning on adopting a dog. Hope your proposal goes well. Your boyfriend is really lucky. Thanks. I think I'm gonna let her sulk over this. My engagement doesn't deserve to be ruined just because she can't handle her feelings. Comment 2. What's the big deal about the location? She's likely traumatized because she's brokenhearted and now she's watching someone close to her fall in love and get married, and to drive in the wedge deeper, you're going to propose at this place that she has told you has extremely painful memories, so now it's needlessly compounding her grief. Is your proposal about your sister? Of course not. But I feel like you're just sticking to this to be petty. Who cares where you propose? It's not like this was your first date or something, or like there's nowhere else you can do it. Why not just be kind and compassionate? I know putting others before ourselves isn't wildly popular on Reddit, but that's my take. Oop. Okay, firstly, we met at that beach when we were kids, became friends, and all through high school, it kinda became our place. It has many memories associated with that. We still try to visit it and it's one of my favorite places. Secondly, I did not know she caught her boyfriend there. All I knew was that she caught him cheating. My plans were already made before she told me about all this. Why not just be kind and compassionate? Why not just be reasonable for once? But I feel like you're just sticking to this to be petty. Now neither am I inviting her nor am I trying to rub it in her face by telling her all about that. It's just gonna be me and my boyfriend at a place that means something to us. That's all. She doesn't even know when this will be happening, so I can't see why she wants to make this about her. Comment 3, I am confused about what in the heck does she think she has to do with the proposal. Is she vexed by it because you plan on having her and everyone else as an audience or something and she's afraid being in the beach again will trigger her? If not, and it's expected to be a quiet and very romantic moment, then it's really none of her business, nor something she needs to be so vexed about. Just because she hates a location doesn't mean she gets to demand that everyone else hates and shuns the location. She doesn't get to order you around about where you propose. She does get to sign up for therapy that she needs to manage her emotions and not weaponize them to manipulate others into complying and catering to her ridiculous demands. Oop, she just doesn't want me to propose on the beach because that holds bad memories for her. I don't know why that's supposed to matter to me. I'm not inviting her or anyone there, I won't be showing her the pictures, so I don't see why this is bothering her so much to the point that she's texting me every day about it. Edit 1. As some have mentioned in the comments that this proposal might be emasculating to my boyfriend, I know him, and if it was actually something I'd be taking away from him, I'd obviously never do it. We wanted to be engaged on our 5-year anniversary, and I think that's what he was guilty about, plus some stress about his mom's health. Thanks for the concern, but I know he'll love it. Edit 2. Thank you for the response, but I've seen some comments accusing my boyfriend and his parents of being immature and selfish. This is completely false. Be kind here, please. His parents are lovely people. Yes, they're financially struggling and my boyfriend decided to help his parents. I'd have been mad if my boyfriend decided to spend his money on a ring instead of helping his mom. About the insurance thing, I only know half of the story yet, and it's not because his parents are immature. I'll be talking to him about this later on. And he didn't spend all his savings. His actual savings are separate from the money he was saving for the ring. Edit 3, y'all, I'm proposing tomorrow. I did talk to his mom about it just to make sure I'm doing right by proposing, and she agrees. Wish me luck. Update 1, thank you for your responses. Many people wanted an update, so here it is. After that incident, my sister called me 2 days later asking if I finally realized how insensitive I've been to her and she wants me to apologize. Yeah, exactly. I told her yes, she's my family and I love her, but she can't expect everyone to work according to her feelings. I didn't tell her if I was still going ahead with the plan because honestly I was afraid she'd try to ruin it or SMN. I hung up and refused to answer when she called. I took the advice and refused to share any details with my parents and her. They called the same day asking me to care for her sister's feelings as well. I wasn't expecting much from my parents anyway. They just want us at peace and don't really care much. Now on to the proposal. We were visiting a friend in our hometown who just had a baby and stayed there overnight. Went to the beach and, well, I proposed. It went exactly how I wanted it to be. We were walking, I then got on one knee and started my speech about how I love him and etc. etc. I kid you not, I wasn't even 30 seconds in when he hugged me and got emotional. It was so beautiful. I couldn't stop smiling. He was so happy with the ring I selected. We said some sweet words, got all emotional. It was perfect. He also said how he loved that it happened at the beach. So yes, my sister can go screw herself. We then went out to dinner and he couldn't stop smiling. Even told the waitress my girlfriend just proposed to me, I'm engaged. So yeah, whatever doubt I had about him not liking being proposed to, vanished. We had a great night. Later when we were about to sleep, I still did ask him if he really was okay with me proposing because of how upset he was about the ring. He told me he was upset because he felt like he was letting me down by not getting a ring and instead helping his mom. She's doing good BTW, and he still says he wants a ring on my finger soon. We talked stuff out and we're good. I couldn't have asked for a better day. Now the original plan was to go visit my parents after we're done visiting our friends. But I wasn't sure because of the whole thing with my sister. So I called my parents and told them I'm engaged. They did congratulate us, but we're not happy because I haven't been answering their calls. I asked them if those were calls to make me change my mind about the proposal and they said yes. I told them it obviously wasn't happening. Asked them if they still wanted me to visit them and they said yes. My sister then called saying she can't believe how petty and immature I'm being. And how I just had to go ahead and ruin her day. I didn't even mention the engagement to her, my mom did. I told her the same thing again. Whatever happened to her wasn't my problem and I won't be changing my plans because of her inability to deal with her emotions. She then said congratulations on your engagement, don't worry it won't last. I hung up. So it's safe to say we won't be talking for the foreseeable future. We didn't visit our parents and spent the next day with our friends as well and then left. My parents don't blame me but want me to fix this because you know how your sister is. I'm done with her though. I was guilty only because I actually felt like I was hurting her, but she had no problem talking shit about my boyfriend and my engagement. But well, I have a fiancé. Have a good day. Update 2. We're married. He got me a ring as well, it's fucking gorgeous. We got married at a beach. Not the same one lol. And it was beautiful.